Cancer Foundation. Dr. Dennis, good morning.
Good morning.
And happy birthday to you.
Oh,
I know it's your birthday today.
I know.
Congratulations. Many happy returns to you from all of us here.
Thank you very, 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 very much.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Yes, I'm going to start now. Good morning, viewers, and welcome to another edition of Kakaki Cancer Awareness with Denise Ejo, CEO of Promote Cancer Foundation, in partnership with AIT. Together we fight, together we win. I want to say thank you all for championing our cause. Today we'll be talking about hope. Hope. Let's put it that way. Hope. And the topic is Hope in Every Smile, supporting children living with cancer. As you all will appreciate, I always talk about living with cancer. Today we're going to be talking about children living with cancer and their journey. So, we're celebrating children living with cancer. This month is Childhood Cancer Month, and therefore it's important as we round up the month, we end up with all the things that need to be going on. So let me first start off. Common Cancer Foundation, our giveaway is going on. People are winning it. It's £50,000, 50,000 naira every month. I think we've given out the June one, and we're now getting ready to give. The September we give out one early September. We're giving out another one any minute now. Sometime today actually. So the September one will come out today. So let me celebrate somebody today as I start this program. And our guest today is Dr. Nena Obi. So to make sure you participate, please follow us on our social media handle, promotecancerfoundation.org, promotecancerfoundation.org. Everything there, anything you're looking for, just look for us. All our social media handles are working. So Dr. Neka, are you here? Are you online?
Yes, I am.
Can I see you, please? Your camera is not on.
Hello, good morning.
To see you this morning. Very, very great to see you.
Same here.
So we're going to start this chat. And we're going to start this chat. Together we fight, together we win. So I want to do a brief bio about you. Dr. Neka is the Executive Director and Founder of Children Living with Cancer, a non-profit organization based in Nigeria. She's a passionate advocate for pediatric cancer awareness and has dedicated her career providing support for children battling with cancer and their families. Doc work spans many years in the healthcare sector, focusing on emotional support and public education, making her a key figure in the fight against childhood cancer in Africa. Through the Children Living with Cancer Foundation, she works to improve access to care and raise awareness about early detection and treatment for pediatric patients. I want to say thank you. Thank you. Today, I also want to talk about, there are two of you that have a march going on Saturday. So please, Nigeria, help me to raise funds for children living with cancer. Children with cancer. Children living with cancer have their work on Saturday in Lagos. The flyer has been shared. Okapi Cancer Foundation has their own work in Abuja on the same day. So one in Lagos, one in Abuja. Please raise money for the children across Nigeria. I really am begging you. It means a lot to me. If that's the only birthday gift I get today, I will be very grateful. So Nigeria, please just give me that as a birthday gift. So let's start this chat. Doc, are you ready for me?
Yes, I am. Happy birthday.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Together we fight, together we win. What are we talking about? Let's talk about children living with cancer. Now, one of the things I know is people don't understand that statement, living with cancer. And since I actually started to live with cancer, I started to understand that you never get cured. So you have to navigate your life in a way that is important, or at least makes meaning for whatever you got. And it doesn't mean you're going to die because you live with cancer. It just means it's just harder, as far as I'm concerned, because God is the only one that makes the decision. So what are the biggest challenges for children living with cancer and the ones they face in
Well,
Nigeria?
I guess
How does the organization provide for them? Because I can't get my head around that.
the first thing that one notices is the emotional trauma when the family is told that the child, their child have cancer is quite down, then followed by, of course, every person knows that cancer treatment is not cheap. So the emotional, the financial trauma, and then of course the medical issues too that come with that. So these are the things, the three major things that most families go through. So what we do basically is to try to assist emotionally by counseling the families and the children if they are old enough to be counseled. You cannot cancel maybe like a 6 months old child, but then you can cancel the parents to let them be in a better place to see the child through the challenge. We've trained counselors who see to this. We also assist financially in that even as they are undergoing the challenge, we also train most of the parents who are willing to be trained vocationally, and then we give the chemotherapy drugs free to the children. So these are the basic things. But our basic thing that we do is basically trying to create awareness. It is very, very key, to try to create this awareness, because many people in Nigeria are not aware that children have cancer, and because of that, more often than not, we see children coming in late. But at least now we've seen that they are coming up at least earlier than we used to see them. Not as good as we want it to be, but we're getting there.
Thank you. I'm very happy you said that you actually do make an effort. I mean, no one NGO, and I'm very clear on that, can ever, no one anything can ever financially pay for cancer. It's a collective.
Yeah.
And I always say to people that the little that we can do takes us a long way. And I'm very glad to hear that at least wherever you can help children, you tend to try and raise the funds. So please, Nigerians all over the country, please, I have children across Nigeria that have cancer. Help me to raise funds for them today, this weekend, in Abuja, in Lagos, and all around Nigeria, wherever they are. I don't know all of them, but I know these two. So please help us to raise money for these children, because at least they are still young. They have a chance to life. Can you share me a success story?
Oh, okay. We'll have quite a few of them.
No, just give me one very nice one that will make our day, because cancer it doesn't make our day, and I need to make my day today. So you need to make my day for me today.
Presently, we have this child. The child lived in Abuja, but came all the way to Lagos since I think September, October last year. The child has been in the ward, has not gone to Abuja, even when she's discharged, because the money to go and come is not there. In any case, they're thinking about the next treatment, the next course of treatment. So we met this young lady, cheerful, beautiful, brilliant, and we've been able to. She has osteosarcoma, that's cancer of the bone, of the leg. We've been able to pay for the surgery. She's had the leg amputated. But before that amputation, she actually met one of our counselors who incidentally is a survivor too, who had the same issue that she had when she too was 12 years old, like this baby is, and immediately met each other. It was as if it was magic. That was just before her amputation. And she was like, wow, so you went through this and you are here. The young lady that's the counselor now is now 24 years old, and she had cancer of the when she was 12, the same age as this little girl, And I'm happy to say that we had Lions Club come in to pay for for a limb for her, one of the newest gadgets that, can be adjusted as she grows older. She's been discharged and she's in remission, and that just gives my heart so much joy. So at least that is for this year. That is our success story for this year.
Wow. I was about to say, thank you, Lions Club. We're very grateful. I need to call them out because actually they've done a good thing. Thank you, because it's very difficult to get funding for children, for cancer patients anywhere in the world, talk less of children. And I think they have a resilience inside them if they are given a chance. And it's just for us to try and find a way to give them a chance. Okay, so what initiatives does your organization have to raise awareness and promote early detection? Now, let me put it very well. See, the organization is raising awareness. One of the things is the event going on Saturday, I believe. Can you please tell us about that? Because if you don't tell us about that, then this question will be a waste of my time.
For the past 16 years, we've been walking. We call it a walkathon. It's actually supposed to be like a sponsored walk where people pay for every kilometer that one walks. They will not be able to achieve that. I'm hoping that going forward, as the world becomes more enlightened, we'll be able to have people pay for people to walk, just like they do in marathons, but this time we are walking. So we've done this now for the past 16 years. Every September, as we end the month of September, we will end it with a walkathon. So this walkathon is taking place in Lagos. We are starting from Lagos University Teaching Hospital, LUTH, in Diaraba. We are starting at 7 o'clock, but registration starts at 6:30 a.m. Take off to 7 a.m. and then we'll walk to the National Stadium, back to LUTH again, where refreshments and talks will be given, and networking. People will meet each other. And this year, luckily for us, we'll have many people trying to come in. We'll have women cyclists, joining us. We'll have different little organizations that have come up that says that, they would work with us this year. The work is to create awareness that children too do have cancer, and it's not a death sentence, So try as much as possible to be there and, give hope to these children and their families.
Okay, so then therefore, how do you promote the early detection? So how would you do that? Because I'm very glad you're doing this, and I'm going to see how many people I can. Nigeria, please help me. I'm still begging. Children's cancer, please help me to raise funds for them. Raise funds for them this weekend, please. Okay, go on. So what initiatives does your organization have? So that part, the early detection part, is the one I'm going for. How do you promote early detection?
Early detection is actually key, really. So what we're going to do, we're going to be sending out flyers, and then we want to work with primary health centers where children come for immunizations, to teach the mothers there what to look out for, teach the health caregivers there what to look out for, because sometimes the mothers don't take their children to the tertiary institution, of course, so they go, because the tertiary institution is a referral center. So what obtains that they go from the smaller hospitals to the bigger ones. So what we're trying to do is to try to get to that grassroots, to the primary health centers, to the private hospitals where these children are, mothers have, when they come for antenatal, for instance, they are told quite a couple of things about how to go about their pregnancy and other things. And then we have well baby clinics where children are okay, are brought for checks at 1 year and at 5 years. So that is our target, to make sure that we meet these people at that stage, even before anything is detected. And as mothers, as parents, we are the first doctors, the first teachers, the first nurses that our children see. So as much as possible, if we can get them to know what to look out for, then we are good to go. So that is our, and then of course, programs like this, trying to get people to know, because it's actually like creating that awareness, letting people know that this thing exists. Because if you don't know it exists, then there's no way you're going to look out for it. So programs like this, we are very, very grateful, to you. to AIT, having us, this morning is all part of it. Social media platforms, on our own platforms, we've sent out flyers and, other things. And then by so doing, we are hoping that people will get to know that children too do have cancer.
So one of the appeals we'll have now is that you are based in Lagos. So it is important that it is an appeal that at least Lagos State also engages with you all, with children also. I think it's important for children's voices to now be put into this conversation. I mean, they might have grown up, but they are older, and they are living testimonies. Is that how they say it? We live with this disease where our voices are what can help. And as the children get older, I think they're the best people to tell adults how to deal with it. So it's time for us to get children speaking in public spaces about their experiences. I'm going to come back to you on that one outside of this place. So what advice would you give to families and caregivers supporting a child through their cancer journey? This is very serious matter now, advice, because I cannot imagine. I live with it, so I can't even imagine how a child goes through it. I can't.
It's quite daunting, and I can tell you that he has split families. He has, really split families. Some family, I call a case where the father of the child was like, he wanted to do a DNA test. And I'm like, why are you doing DNA tests? I didn't actually understand where the man was coming from. And he says to me, you're an Igbo woman. That's before we get married in Igbo land, you go, you check and see what's, is in that family. When he went to marry the woman, they didn't tell him that there was a cancer in her family, and he knows there's no cancer in his own family. So where is this child from? That he's sure that child is a away match child, meaning that the child was not his child, And of course, that family would take very serious counseling to bring them back together again. We'll have families where the father will say this child should be hidden, that is an embarrassment to him, and of course then the stigma and all that, and it's quite painful when, because the child is not deaf, and even if the child is deaf, the child can still feel the room, So what we try to do with our counseling is to try to, even the doctors, counsel the parents before they are given this information that their child has cancer. But that is not, I don't think that is because it's not something that you are told once and then it sinks in, and even how to go about it. So it's something that we need to keep saying, and then not just saying, but trying to build a platform for them to be able to absorb it in a good way and be able to take care of the children, of their child, in the best possible way. And of course, money is a very, very big part of this scenario, because let's take a look at it. Children are, born young adults who do not have savings, so they're just starting up life. The children start coming, so not much money is available in most cases. So that financial burden too is there. And then at the end of the day, most times when the child is in the hospital, one of the parents have to stay with the child. At the end of the day, that parent may lose his or her job. So these are the things that we are really trying to fight, to see how the government can come in and give the parents that job security, the assurance that, yes, you can take off time to take care of your child. And at the end of treatment, you can actually come back and get your job back, even if you're not paid when you're not there, but that job security, the fact that you know, yes, at the end of the day, you have, your job still there. Your job is not at stake. Is something that, so there are so many emotional, trauma going on in this, because it's not the parent that is ill now. That's okay, fine. I'm giving you time out because you are sick, but now it is the child that is, sick, and it's not a one-day treatment, as you know, it's over period of time. So these are our challenges. Yeah.
Well, I think, thank you, because a lot of the time we don't really understand or get to hear this perspectives. But I think it's time that you've raised something for me this year, that it's time for us to start to get children more involved in this cancer discussion, because children do have a voice, and we should take their voice a bit more seriously. Doc, I want to say a very big thank you to you for joining me today and coming up to talk about this. And I really wish you, and even Okapi, who you are also raising money in Abuja or having a walk, whatever it is.
Shout out to
I
Okapi.
ask everybody, please sponsor them. Please, please, please. I am appealing on this point. Help me to raise funds for them so that they can actually make a change and let the children have a day of celebration this weekend all across Nigeria, wherever you are. This is Children Cancer Awareness Month. You wanted to say something to Okapi, I think.
Shout out to them, yes.
Oh, shout out to them. Thank you. I'm sure they will shout out to you later. Okay,
Yeah.
my viewers, thank you very much for watching. We're drawing to the end of this program. Next month is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Pink Month. I think everybody knows about that. Start to look at what's going on in the spaces and start to know what you want to do. Together we fight, together we win. We follow us on all our social media handles, and we'll see you again soon. Thank you very much, and thank you, Doc, for joining.
Thank you.
Have a lovely, lovely day.
Happy birthday. Have a great day.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
All right. So much for the cancer awareness program there on Kakaki this Wednesday. And of course, happy birthday again to Dr. Denise Ejo.
Our message is very clear. Together we'll fight. Together we win.